Nice. I'm beginning to get suspicious.
Oh, for God's sake, Holloman. Things fall on people's heads all the time.
What about that complaint at work?
Oh, well, that was some weasel with a big black mustache. But I don't know anybody with a mustache. That's the dog-eat-dog world of commission sales.
Doug, eat. Dog.
Eat? Dog eat dog? Holloman? Jesus.
Well, that was a clip from Lawrence and Holloman, and now joining us in studio are the actors who played those characters, Ben Arnold and, Ben Cotton and Dan Arnold. Little mix-up there.
Yeah.
Holloman, Lawrence Holloman.
Which leads us to our first question.
There's too many names.
No, but Lawrence and Holloman are different characters. Extreme optimist, extreme pessimist. Were you similar to your characters? Opposite? How did that work?
Well, actually, we learned throughout production that he kind of considers himself a little more of a Holloman. I don't know,
really?
Shire.
Well, I certainly did. I think after making the movie, I kind of switched a little bit.
Switched, yeah, and I might have switched into a little more of a pessimist now. Like before Lawrence and Holloman, I was confident, maybe even annoying, and I don't know. Throughout shooting it, I definitely became. Really depressed and bitter. You can ask him, you can ask the crew. I was well, you know how they say like, and I saw you with your smile on your face all the time. He just was like, it made him happy.
Yeah, it was
happy.
So happy in this movie.
Yeah, it was a strange experience.
Well,
yeah.
When you're playing that character every day for, what was it, about 3 weeks you guys were shooting for?
Yeah.
It's got to affect you, and it probably takes some time to get out of that after a while as well.
Well, I tried to stay in it.
Yeah.
Were you
It was
skipping
great,
down
but
around
yeah, I
the
certainly
street?
learned a lot about how the mind works with doing that. Going, well, look at that. If you act like you're happy, suddenly you become really happy.
He would text me like months after the shoot. He's like, I'm still like flying high.
I'm still
and
having
I was
fun.
like, off, screw on. I mean.
We'll
You'll
leave that, I
believe that?
imagine.
You'll believe that?
We'll deal with that
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
a little
okay,
later.
yeah.
See?
It's cool.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
you've gone back to your original state.
Yeah, annoying and.
So you shot here locally in Vancouver. How was the process? Was it a lot of fun? Did you guys enjoy yourself aside from being maybe too much into the character?
Right.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really fun time.
It was neat to see a lot of the local. We're looking at right now. That is it Gotham Steakhouse you shot in?
Oh, yeah. A number of different places. I forget where that is. Yes, we were at Gotham for a bit.
Right.
That one I'm not quite sure. But yeah, all different places in Vancouver, also outside Vancouver as well.
Right.
The Bay downtown.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I recognize the Bay.
Yeah. And
You
it was
were out
good.
in
It's
Maple
like,
Ridge too, right?
yeah,
Off our
Maple
beautiful
Ridge.
Lower Mainland there. Yeah.
We were doing the tour. It was huge.
Yeah, a lot of work. Okay, so you made the movie. You won a bunch of awards. You had Leo nominations, and now you're being released into the U.S.
Yeah.
What's
Congrats.
the process? Yeah,
First of all,
congrats.
yeah, that's a huge
Thank
feat.
you.
Yeah.
What's the process? How do you get a film into the States?
How did that happen?
Well, okay.
It just happens, right?
Oh, it's so easy. No, I think, part of it was 13 jury awards now across the festival circuit, one of which is the Canadian Comedy Award for Best Feature. And so that sort of stuff really helps. We also had a Canadian theatrical release last summer. So as it goes around the festival circuit, different distributors see it, and you also contact other ones. And this one just really was the one that it felt like they really were going to champion the kind of the dark humor. They really saw it as a kind of a cult kind of film, and they felt like they could really get an audience, that kind of audience in the States. So they're going to release it theatrically in maybe a couple cities. We know right now LA starting August 7th, and then on VOD across the country on Google Play and Amazon and iTunes and a bunch of others.
And you guys are already chatting about a possible buddy trip to LA, I think, right, Ben?
Yeah, let's do the drive.
Let's do it. Let's get a Volkswagen. Go.
Nice. Well, how do you think the humor is going to play out? I mean, there's always people who say, what's Canadian sense of humor like? What do you think the Americans are going to think about the film, Ben?
Well, I hope they think it's funny. I suppose I don't know if I would say it's decidedly Canadian humor or not.
Yeah, I
like,
don't know.
if there's a way of defining that.
There's a bit
Hopefully, it's just funny.
There's a bit of Brit humor, maybe. in
Yeah.
it.
Right, yeah,
I
yeah.
guess,
It's dark. It's dark humor. It's, it's a little twisted.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little twisted.
It's
for
just,
sure.
but it's also silly, like as you saw, like it's silly, and so I don't know. Napoleon Dynamite-esque. I think that really found
sure,
an audience.
I've heard too, like I've read to SCTV, Kids in the Hall-esque. So maybe that's where people are
Yeah.
thinking, oh, this is more of a Canadian sense of humor.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
maybe so,
maybe.
yeah.
But I think what's interesting is I think everybody is either a Lawrence or a Holloman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're kind of either
Yeah.
you're going to relate to one of those characters. So
Yeah.
wherever you're
Yeah.
watching the movie, you're probably going to.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to give too much of the movie
No.
away, but you maybe not go as far as you went. And
Well, it's
No
extreme.
spoilers.
Right.
Yeah, no spoilers, but you
was-
wrote it. And I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
think it's interesting to mention that there are moments where I'm really into your character and I'm like, great guy. And then it can turn so quickly, and same with your character. So that was interesting because it was based on a play, right?
Yeah, based on the play Lawrence and Holloman by Morris Panich, who's a two-time Governor General award-winning playwright in Canada. And yeah, so this is our movie version. And yeah, there was a part of it that really wanted to get that feeling across, that everyone might be a Lawrence or a Holloman, but you want to feel sympathetic towards that one and then this one, and kind of go back and forth. And who's our hero here?
Right, right.
Yeah. So I'm glad you.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. And that's, I think, what kept me really interested as well, along with all the black comedy we were talking about, is that I'm like, this guy's great. Oh, what's happening here?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I know him. No, I don't.
Yeah, you go back and forth from relating to one and hating and loving the other. So yeah, no, it was it's an awesome movie. It's not the only thing you guys are working on, though.
Yes.
Other projects on the go. What else is going on?
I hope to make another feature that I will act in and co-write called Any Night, which is based on a play that I co-wrote and performed a number of places, including off-Broadway a couple of years ago. So we've applied for some financing for that. We've got director and producer attached. So hopefully that's the next one I make,
Beauty.
soon this fall or something like that. If I can
Awesome.
get the moolah. And it won a Super Channel award, so it's got a pre-buy already to go on Super Channel. So
Beauty.
that's good.
Ben, what about you?
I'm getting ready for a movie by Terry Miles called Sadie that will start next month. And I was just up in Fort McMurray doing a movie called Gregoire, written and directed by Cody Bound.
Awesome. We'll look for that.
yeah.
Always lots on the
Murray,
go.
love it.
That's the life as we do it, right? So thank you, Daniel Arnold, Ben Cotton.
Yes, you got
I
it.
got it. Appreciate you guys being here.